Jon Snow has a secret identity. Turns out he's Aegon Targaryen, son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. In the next 5 videos, we're going to go over 6 other people with secret identities, because it's not a one-time thing with Jon Snow. Let's start with the fan favorite, Tormund Thunderfist. Some fans think that Tormund is actually Sir Gerold Hightower, at least in the books, because we saw him die in the show. Either way, I'm not on that train, but I do think that there's more to Tormund's backstory. Let's take a look at the first of Tormund's 2 main stories. In his first story, Tormund slew a giant. That's why one of his nicknames is Tormund Giantsbane. But when you listen to the story, it sounds more like he slept with a giant, or more likely, that Tormund was the child of a giant, because he was in her stomach. But when spring came, she took him for her babe, and she suckled him. Jon's like, if she nursed you, you couldn't have killed her. And Tormund responds, I never did, but see you don't go spreading that about. Tormund Giantsbane has a better ring to it than Tormund Giant's babe. And that's the honest truth of it. So Tormund was the child of a giant, but not a real giant. Targaryens are dragons, Starks are direwolves. Most likely, he was the child of an Umber, whose sigil is a giant. If you didn't know, the Umbers reside at the last hearth. That's up here. So it makes sense. It's the closest big house to the wall. Tormund may have been a bastard Umber, and he eventually made his way north of the wall, and he became a free folk. Here's where it gets cool. In the show, Tormund killed Small Jon Umber. That's this guy here. So that may have been a nice little nod to Tormund's ancestry. Tormund may have shared blood with this guy, with Small Jon Umber, which means, just like Jaime, Robb, Tyrion, Ramsay, and the Night King, Tormund may be a kinslayer. So let's say this is true. What does this tell us about Game of Thrones Season 8? Well, as we said, the last hearth is up here, so it's in a pretty bad position, right? There's a decent chance that the White Walkers take out Ned Umber. But it'd be bittersweet. We'd lose Ned Umber. But if Tormund survives the story, then we should expect Tormund to inherit the last hearth, especially if Tormund was born there. I came up with this today, but to be fair, I do believe it, because Tormund's most popular nickname is Tormund Giantsbane. But that's a lie. He's actually Tormund Giant's babe. Babe, referring to when he was born, his origin story. And on top of that, Tormund has just 2 main stories that he tells about himself. This is the first one, and this is what it tells me. Tormund is an Umber. In the next video, we're going to address Tormund's second story, and trust me, you're going to like the next one.
Promise me, Ned.
I promise.